These are the 10 ways you are currently charcoal grilling your business, not in a good way, with these silly methodologies that these large creators keep telling you to do. And I'm here to tell you no, enough is enough. Stop doing this right now. First one, you're collecting leads in a Google Sheet like it's 2009 manual data entry. I mean, there's no automation, there's no tracking. It's just a spreadsheet slowly dying in a shared Google Drive in a folder that nobody exists. I mean, when creators are telling you to do this, they're saying it because they are pretty much summarizing that you're not good at any technology. They're pretty much saying to you that you're dumb and that's why you should just simplify it and use a Google Sheet. But they're not telling you that you might not be dumb and you might want to actually scale. And if you want to scale, you're going to need more than a free Google Sheet to move all and transport all that data. So when they're telling you to do that, and it really does bug me because they're like, oh, I just use a Google Sheet. And they make it sound like everyone could do it. But on the back end, they're actually using software. So I'm here to tell you as a full stack developer that that is not the best way to do it, because you want to build the infrastructure that will allow you to scale your business on YouTube. And you ain't going to do that with some Google Sheets. I'm sorry, this is not 2009. The next thing, your booking system is probably Calendly link, buried in another Google Doc, free clicks to book a call. You're losing clients between the link and the calendar invite because, again, for the most part, they might not even get the invite in their main inbox. It might go to their junk mail. You want to reduce the friction. Now, shout out to Calendly. They've got a cool product, but you need a better system than that, okay? And from a brand perspective as well, it doesn't look good when you're always using somebody else's brand. You want to be able to influence your prospect and reduce the friction. You don't want to be adding friction with these clunky things, Google Doc and then Calendly. You just don't want that. And then you're going to say, yeah, but Calendly is easy. And it might be for you, but that's the junior level. When you want to actually advance to the more, strategic, scalable method, you need infrastructure. You don't own Calendly, right? They started out as a basic booking tool, which is great, and props to them. Great story behind them. But Google Docs, Calendly, 3 clicks, 4 clicks, all these cookies is too much, right? You want to simplify it, okay? Brand. Now, you have no idea which marketing idea is actually working. You're spending money on ads, posting on LinkedIn, making videos, and you generally cannot tell which one brought in your last client. This is because you have no link tracking or attribution. Now, what that means is link tracking. You are tracking every single link you put out on a piece of content to tell you, did it convert? How many clicks? What was the result? Was there revenue? Money? Was there revenue from that link? Where can we attribute the activity? You need to be able to see that at a granular level, because Larry, the CFO, is going to ask you at the end of the month, hey, what's going on with our link tracking and attribution? We spent X amount on ads, but what was the return? His job is not to assess the content. That's not his job. Larry, the CFO, is to grill you on the money side of things. Okay, so you have to actually have systems to link track and attribution. Are you going to be able to do that with Google Sheets? No. That's dumb. Stop doing it. Okay. Now, your audience doesn't trust you and you can't measure it. Okay. Trust is the only currency that converts. You have no idea where you stand with your audience. This is bad for you because Google have told you it takes 7 hours of touch points to actually figure out, if a customer is going to buy something from you or not. Now, if you're only doing one platform, I say YouTube, then just times that by 7. Okay, 7 times 7 is 49 hours on YouTube, and you should have hit those touch points if your main traffic source is YouTube. Now, a lot of gurus and the big guys are going to say, do everywhere. Some guys are going to say, just focus on 2. You can't listen to everyone. Just pick one guy and listen to them. In fact, don't even listen to me. Just buy my software. That's all I want you to do, because my software solves all those problems. But you don't have to listen to my strategy. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to win anyway, but that really is up to you. You can make that decision. But you need to build up your trust score. You need to have some way to measure how much are we trusted in the marketplace. Is our brand trustworthy? Do we have people who like and trust us? If you don't have that, you are finished. Forget about anything else. Next, your brand is invisible on search. Someone Googles your business name and finds nothing useful. No YouTube, no authority, just a website nobody visits. Now look, I said this to a client the other day. You can pay for PR, that's all great. You're just gonna spend money and they're gonna put you inside of a magazine or whatever, and a day later people have forgot what they read in the magazine. Waste of money. You could actually put that effort, resource into, I don't know, maybe booking a speaker who can come on your podcast and then actually get you the traction with the audience that they have. That probably would be a better spend, because now you got that episode that is evergreen and it's going to last forever. Okay? It's going to last forever. Some website that you built on Wix, or what's these other ones? Wix, and you've got, I don't know, they're just so terrible and whack and outdated. I just can't even remember them. They're not top of mind. They don't live rent free in my head, because I am in the future with software. Okay, automating everything and focusing on making 1 to 4 videos on this channel every single day. I can do that because I have a system. I can do that because I don't have motion. I can do that because I'm focused specifically on content. Okay, not some old outdated whack website that no one looks and you have to drag and drop and do all this crazy stuff. Those days are finished. Okay, you don't want that. That's another way you're cooking and char-grilling your business. You're sending emails from a Gmail account. Oh my days, where do I start? No campaigns, no sequences, no segmentation, just type in individual emails like it's 2003. And this is because you listen to these guys who tell you, just set up a Google Sheet. I've made millions from a Google Sheet. Sure, buddy. You have all these tens of thousands of clients and you're just using Google Sheet. Just think about it. That's what they're telling you. They're saying they're running $1 million enterprise with free Google Sheet software from 1999. You've got to wake up and smell the coffee, guys. That is not how you run an enterprise. I'm sorry. And all those enterprises who are still doing legacy Excel spreadsheets, they're also cooked because they haven't moved with the times. So forget that. Get yourself a branded company business email. That is like absolute basic. You cannot go to SendGrid or any of these other email providers and say, hey, let me connect my Gmail as my main. No, that's not professional. And anyone who receives a Gmail marketed email, they'll be like, what's this? You can't even do it. It's not legally possible, I don't think. You have to go check that for yourself. But all those GDPR and these qualification people, they don't want you to do that. Okay, so you need a branded account. It's not 2003. It's not 1999. Forget it. Get yourself sorted. And you wouldn't even be able to connect your domain on first party where you can actually run all your email campaigns, because you need a branded email. We're not going to accept a Gmail and risk our trust score with our email with our provider. No, no, no. Next, you have no VSL and you're losing cold leads instantly. Someone lands on your page, there's no video, they leave in 8 seconds. That's a lost client every single time. Now, I figured this out. Okay, I figured out that these internet bros, internet girls, everyone's using VSL, Typeform, Google Sheets, right? All of this, terrible systems, okay? Not great for scale. Have to patch and stitch things, Zapier this, and that is messy. And it's only because people don't know how to build these things as to why they are actually doing it that way. If they knew how to build things or knew there was a better solution, like first party, then they wouldn't do that. So you have no VSL, you have no video sales letter, you have no trust. People don't like you, people don't trust you. How the heck are you going to actually get them to convert? They're not going to convert by scrolling down a website, which people show me these things and I'm just like, no one's going to watch that. You're scrolling 4, 5, 6 times with about an essay's worth of, content on the page. No one's going to read that. People have the attention span of a goldfish. That's why you have to speak fast. That's why you have to move fast. You have to move your hands. You have to do all of this stuff to keep people's attention. That's why I'm doing all these things, because if we don't do that, I'm going to lose your attention. You're going to fall asleep, check your phone, start scrolling Instagram. This is what people do because we're cooked as human beings. Some of you, not all of us, but some of you. Anyway, no VSL, that's poor branding, that's poor strategy. Make sure that you have a VSL. If you struggle with that, you can do that in first party as well. And I'm showing that to you. You can't actually buy first party, so don't think I'm saying that to sell it to you, but you cannot buy it even if you wanted to. But I'm telling you, we built it in, okay? VSL, that is just paramount. Next, your tools don't talk to each other. As I just said, Typeform, Notion, Stripe. Stripe is great, so we're going to take Stripe out of the list, redact that from the record, okay? Notion has some stuff which I've used before and linked it to Typeform, but it was very clunky. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't like smooth. It wasn't intuitive. It's just designed by these robotic tech guys who studied computer science and not taste, okay? That's not the kind of thing I personally like. Stripe is great. Nice integrations. Love Stripe. That's everywhere in all of my software. But these Zapier this and send this here, all you're doing is just spending more money on your business that you don't need to do. This is the thing that I'm getting at here. Is like, you only pay for those things when you don't realize there are alternative solutions. And to me, I don't want Zapiers and Typeform and Google Sheet, because it's like my business has no moat at that point. I've literally extended my reach and burn rate to all of these other companies. That doesn't make any sense. It's eating into your margin. You don't own the transaction. They own the data. You stop paying for Typeform, how do you get the leads? You stop paying for whatever software, how do you get the leads? This is why I always say you need to own your audience relationship, because with the email, even if you had no business, right, and you just had your basic Gmail, but you've got your email list, you could still, even if you wanted to, email every individual person on that list because you've got their contact. As soon as you turn the tap off of Typeform and all these other people you're outsourcing your technology to, you have no business. So right now, you have no business if you're using Google Sheets, Typeform, Notion, all of these third-party people. Forget about it, okay? You can't sell tickets to your own event without a third party taking a cut. Ticketmaster, all these other guys, everyone wants a cut. Why? Because they're just fintech companies wrapped around community and ticket selling. They are financial technology firms. That's what they do. That's what they do underneath all of that fluff. You sell your tickets, they take a percentage. Why? You could just sell your tickets on first party in your own store. We're going to take a transaction fee, yes, because Stripe charges, right? So I don't make any money from that. It's just to cover Stripe charging us to give you the money, right? But you control that. That money goes directly to your Stripe. So it's least friction, least transactions going out. These guys are just allowing you to use their payment processes. But at least I can say, well, yes, we're doing the same, but it's all within your own ecosystem. Emails are coming through. We're actually giving you more services than these guys. All they're doing is just transacting and letting people transact. Again, who owns that client? They do, not you. So you want to be able to own the transaction. And a 10th reason, you have no YouTube presence. So nobody knows you exist. Now, this is the same for me. So as of recording this video, I think this is video 89, something like that. Your competitors are building audiences, trust, and inbound leads on YouTube for free, which is like some of the case studies I've shown you with HVAC, roofing, law firms, gyms. It's all the same. They start doing content. They start on YouTube specifically. They start getting leads. They taper off their ad spend because they're generating so much free lead traffic from the YouTube videos that they are making. That is the strategy you want to have this year and the next 10 years, because YouTube is not going to depreciate. It is one of the things that is so embedded into our DNA, we don't even realize. So I'm going to take a big bet on the creator economy, which I have, and I'm going to say, YouTube, biggest streaming platform. It's free. Netflix, I can't get onto. Hulu, I just can't get onto like that. Amazon Prime, I can't get onto. So let me go with YouTube because they actually allow people like me to go on there. People like me and businesses like mine are searching for information and answers to specific questions. So if I put my content in that place in front of those people, I have more chance and likelihood of actually getting seen. Someone go to my video, watch the video to the end, click the link in the description, book a call. I close them. Stripe gang, money in the bank, customers happy, they've got the software, happy days. That is the point of doing these videos. So I am saying to you, business person or brand or operator, I am my own case study. So I am using this first party software I keep yapping about, which you keep hearing me yap about time and time and time and time again, because I'm telling you, this is the future. This is the way you should be managing, not Beehive and Beacons and Kajabi and school and this and that. No, they serve certain things for certain people. I'm talking about operations. I'm talking about a creator OS. And we're about to bring in some more features into this platform that is dumping on anybody in this creator OS space. I don't even think people even know that is a thing. But yeah, you need to build your presence on YouTube is the point I'm making. You must do videos every single day. And people say, I don't have time. Make time. You don't have an audience, you need to make time. Because guaranteed, the people who are insane and psychopathic like me to actually make 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos a day, upload after upload after upload, people like me just gonna gobble people like you up in terms of reach and audience. Because I understand all these platforms, it's about how much time you spend on it. So if I make more videos than you, then I am going to get seen more than you. You're going to come back and say, yeah, but I could get one video that goes viral. Yeah, that will happen, but you wouldn't actually have learned the lessons that you need to learn before you get all that traffic. And because you don't have no system, because you use a Google Sheets and Notion and Typeform and all of these, type platforms, you're not going to even know how to manage that traffic. You just got a bunch of million people, but where they're going to go to? They're going to come in, watch your one video, see that you got nothing else in your shop, and vamoose, they're gone. They're out. Wazi, woozy, it doesn't exist. Pixie dust, because you don't have systems. So if you actually want to get smart and stop being dumb with your approach, if you're a business operator, YouTube strategist, you need to speak to someone like me. But don't take my word for it. Go watch the other 88 videos on the channel, the webinars, and everything that I've done on here, and you can make a decision for yourself. Meanwhile, I'm going to edit this, pump another thumbnail out, upload, and then I'll see you on the next video.